Welcome to Moneycontrol's Business Wrap. Here are the top business headlines for the day. Market builds on gains. The Nifty touches an intraday high of 24,635. Bitcoin soars to a two-week high after Donald Trump's attack. India's WPI inflation for the month of June accelerates to a 16-month high at 3.36%. China reports its Q2 GDP growth of 4.7%, missing estimates. Zomato's Dipinder Goyal enters the elite billionaire club amidst the stock surge, whereas the government revises the grounds for rent for five-star hotels, whereas the order is challenged in Delhi High Court. Let's look at each of these stories in details. Another day of records for the Indian equities, with the Nifty scaling new highs of 24,600, mostly led by PSU banks as well as pharma stocks. Sensex too gained about 146 points to close above 80,665. Except for IT stocks, all sectoral indices ended higher. So SBI, ONGC, NTPC, ITC were among your top Nifty contributors on the upside, while tire stocks too saw some hectic buying activity after MRF announced price hikes. On the other hand, HCL Tech stock fell by 4% from highs but ended slightly in the green after it beat in its Q1 earnings. Cryptocurrency Bitcoin surged to a two-week high after the attempted assassination of US presidential candidate Donald Trump raised the odds of the former president, who has presented himself as a champion of cryptocurrency, winning the upcoming elections. Bitcoin rose by 8.6% to $62,508, touching a two-week high of $62,698 earlier in the session, taking its year-to-date gains to about 47%. India's wholesale price inflation for the month of June rose to a 16-month high of 3.36% on costlier food items as compared to the 2.61% in the previous month of May. According to the latest data that was released on July 15, the upmove in the WPI inflation was broad-based, driven by major segments, especially food products. India's CPI inflation for June also rose to a 4-month high of 5.08% on the back of higher food prices, according to data that was released on July 12. And China's National Bureau of Statistics has said that the country's second quarter GDP rose to 4.7% on a year-on-year basis, missing expectations of a 5.1% growth. China's GDP grew at 5.3% on a year-on-year basis in the first quarter in real terms. June retail sales in China also missed estimates, rising just 2% compared to the 3.3% growth that was forecasted. Retail sales for the first 6 months of the year rose by 3.7%, with online sales of physical goods rising by 8.8% and services sector sales rising by 7.5%. Dipinder Goyal, the founder and CEO of Zomato, has joined the coveted Billionaires Club. This after there was a sharp rally in the firm's stock over the last few months. On July 15, the stock reached a new peak of 230 rupees a share and gained over 3% in a single day, pushing its market capitalization beyond the 1.8 trillion rupees. The stock surge elevated Goyal to the position of India's wealthiest professional manager, with his net worth now exceeding 8,300 crore rupees. The food aggregator stock has surged over 300% from its lows of 73 rupees in July 2023. The union government has revised the annual ground rent for land leased to several prominent five-star hotels in New Delhi. This from 1,000 to lakhs of rupees a year to close to crores of rupees, leading to at least two of such hotels, the Imperial and the Cladridge, to challenge the move in the Delhi High Court. The Housing Ministry in March this year had issued demand notices of 177.29 crore rupees to the Imperial and 69.37 crore rupees to Cladridge as revised ground rent from 2002 to 2006. The two hotels have termed the revision arbitrary and have challenged the Land and Development Office's claims of ground rent on the revised rate retrospectively. Both the cases were heard in May, and the next hearing is scheduled for July 22nd.